disagree. It's been really, really good. Very scrappy from both sides. And to be fair, StarCraft is kind of defined by mistakes. And both sides have made plenty of them, which has made this series extremely entertaining. But it's hard to call it right now. HuK got dominated in that last map, but before that, he was playing really, really well. Let's see. It's the final game. HuK's been playing macro pretty much this entire time. Does he decide to put it all on the line with cheese?
On the very last game, I mean, I would say no, but I don't know. I doubt it. It doesn't seem like he would. He's actually, after everything that's happened in all of these games, if I was in HuK's position right now, I would actually feel pretty confident playing a macro game against Major, which is saying something. I mean, even without any crazy shenanigans, HuK seems to be able to hold his own against HuK, or against Major, without having to do any like crazy eco cheese builds or like crazy, you know, aggressive cheese into like macro builds or anything.
Yeah. Yeah, and hold his own is, I think, the right word there. It's like he's not dominating him in the macro game, but he's able to win it. So I wonder if he has the comfort for that. So we will certainly find out. Gateway first opening here for the Protoss player. There's the, yep, so Reaper. Big surprise.
Reaper. Gateway, Mothership Core. I guess we'll look to see what Major decides to build behind the initial barracks.
Yep. So first couple of minutes of the game are going to play out pretty much the way that you would expect. Might be a good time to talk about the sponsors of this tournament.
You know what? It actually might be a good time to talk about them. If you go to i.destiny.gg, you can head down to the sponsors section, check out all the cool people that have contributed money to this tournament to make it possible. Woodwatches.com. Buy a watch. It's made of wood. It's awesome. Put it on your wrist. They're very, very, very cool things. I have one of my own. I'll probably wear it on the finals day, and you'll see it on the webcam, assuming that my stream doesn't go to ass that day tomorrow.
Destiny, I'm going to have to go for 1 minute because it just started raining and the dogs need to be brought in. So I'm going to leave you with the sponsors, and we're focused on HuK Space right now. Okay, BRB.
On HuK's camera? Okay. Alright, guys, now that Total Biscuit is gone. Listen up, guys. No, I really don't have anything to say. Oh, we were going through the sponsors still. The Licensed Kung Fu guy has his Facebook page is linked down there. He does a lot of interviews, casting, show matches, stuff like that. Check his thing out. The Breaking Out guy, Fear Dragon. I don't want to call them guys. The Breaking Out organizer, Fear Dragon. How about that? Highlights up and coming North American players. He does show matches. He talks to the players. A lot of really interesting stuff. Check out his Facebook page and sign up for the Video Game Voters Network if you are a part of North America. I guess technically only the United States. If you're in the US of A, you should check out that. If you sign up to that mailing list, which keeps you updated on relevant legislation to video games, you have the opportunity to win a Zeus mini PC. You'll be automatically enrolled in that drawing, so check it out, guys. Major going for a greedier build. I say greedier. I mean, I don't actually think this is very greedy, but Major going for a more economic build this game. I don't know what you guys can see right now. Are you watching? You're just watching HuK's view, so you see HuK like fighting the Reaper here. Major decided to go for an early CC after that 1 Rax. He just did 1 Rax CC. He's got a reactor on it, pumping Marines out, so he can put himself in the bunker. But yeah, a more economic opening here from Major. HuK responding in kind with a pretty early Nexus of his own. Congratulations, HuK. And yeah, Major with a factory coming up in about 12 seconds. He's got a couple Marines running around his base. Maybe a little bit scared of an Oracle. Yeah, the Reaper's running around checking for stuff now. Based on the information he scouted, he probably, I guess an Oracle would be possible. I'm not sure if he's worried about it or not, but I mean, he's got Marines positioned like an Oracle could come running in. Putting a couple more in the bunker. Orbital comes online for Major at his next expansion. The Reaper's still running around and scouting. Hey, what's up?
Sorry about that.
Nope, no problem. Reaper is going to get a main base scout off here, probably. Yep. Oh, that's a nice scout. Sees the Robo, the Forge, and the Gateway coming in. So, Major knowing that he doesn't have to worry about dealing with any bullshit for a little bit.
Yeah, he should be fine. Nothing hugely out of the ordinary with that build. Nice little scout off. And Winter Mine's on the way here for Major. And he might decide to drop. I'd definitely like to see that. Yeah, Major Mine.
Sure. Did you have to go running up? Wait, what did you have to do?
I was chasing the dogs around the house. They didn't want to go back in their crates. So
wait, so why do they, when it's raining, do they get scared or?
Well, no, they were outside and it's storming out there.
Oh, okay. I thought I heard you say you had to let the dogs outside initially. That's why.
No, I had to let them in.
Like it starts raining and do they go outside? Is that like they get their baths by the rain?
No. That's not how dogs work, Destiny.
yeah, I know. Yeah, it's like I got confused. I didn't know. Okay.
Then they decided, you know what would be good? Let's go upstairs. They ran past me straight up the stairs. So I went up the stairs, got the dogs, brought them back down the stairs, tried to get them in the crates, and then ran out of the crates. Fuck me.
Major scanning and picking off another observer. He's very good at that.
That he is. Certainly no doubt about that. The question is, what does this drop? So he is going to bring in the mine, as I thought he might. We haven't really seen him do too much of that, and HuK is actually already prepared for that at the back. He's got the photon cannon. Oh, he's going in. He's past the force fields, but HuK's control is looking excellent. He saves everything he does.
That was
well done.
Perfect. That was absolutely perfect.
Yeah, couldn't get any better. Widowmine's in a good spot, though. Major takes a lot of damage on the medevac, and the Stalkers are out of position, so they don't catch it, but that's a bit of a bind. He's going to need to bring the Observer back to deal with that, and it hits a couple of probes. Only 2.
Oh.
Alright, well, Major's heading back to his base now, and there's no Stalkers to intercept that, so I mean, the Marine attack was completely thwarted, there's no doubt. It was impeccably defended there by HuK.
Yeah, for sure. HuK, what? Warps in a Sentry and a Zealot? Is HuK going for it? Maybe I was completely wrong. Is HuK going to try to all-in?
Well, you might. I mean, he did kill a lot of army supply and lost nothing,
he cut probes. I mean, he's got like a decent amount, but I don't see more being made. He's going to need more if he wants to mine gas at that natural. He only puts up 1 gas instead of 2. All warp gates are chronoed right now. I think HuK is going for an all-in. I think he's going to try to close this out right now. Looks
like it, yeah. There's a Raven in play, interestingly, which could help against this Stalker-heavy composition. Although we might see him try to do a Seeker missile with it instead. I'm not sure. It's got to be a PDD, actually.
I think, yeah, either PDD or maybe an auto turret, but I only say maybe auto turret because there's so many zealots, but probably PDD, I think.
His bunkers are not done. The bunkers at the front are not going to be of any use here. There's the PDD. He's going to have to break his way through that.
Oh, that force field traps all the SCVs in, but he's not going for the SCVs.
No, and I like that, because that's exactly what he shouldn't be doing. You know, those SCVs were brought to tank damage. He is focusing down the army units. He knows that Major lost a lot of his army in that attempted engagement, so he will go for it. And there's more reinforcements. Major does not hold this, surely. We'll see if he can pull it off. I mean, it's a decent amount of Marauders, but this is a huge Protoss army.
Yeah, I don't know. Major's gonna have to use the bunkers or something. Come. He's making reinforcements as fast as he can, but I mean, HuK is gonna have another warp in coming in soon. Yeah. There's a lot of Marauders
hopefully.
Here, though.
I mean, it's pretty much Marauders only. HuK is engaging against these Marauders before the Zealot reinforcements arrive. I don't like that at all. And HuK is forced back. The Zealots are here, but he lost a lot in the process. And economically, HuK is still fine, but this is dicier than it ought to be. And Major is pushing him back now.
I think HuK was okay to walk away from that when he had like 8.
Yeah, before losing all the Stalkers. Yeah.
Yeah, but regardless, I mean,
it's still pretty good for him. Like, he did decimate the economy of his opponent, but we're talking about 28 SCVs plus mules.
Yeah, but I mean, you killed 25 workers. I think HuK did decent damage. I think that puts HuK solidly in the lead. 44 to 28 harvesters. There are mules in play, but I mean, I think HuK is fairly happy with that. He did stay a little bit long at the end. As long as he doesn't die to this counterattack, I think he's in a pretty advantageous position. Yep,
he's going for a counter drop, and there's not a lot of anti-air, so this drop will land. There's only 1 Stalker. This could actually be a real problem. Let's see what he comes up with. So he's not sending his whole army over there. He's not just going for it entirely, but even that double drop is enough. That's a Marauder heavy drop. HuK's out of position to deal with it. He doesn't have the anti-air to even pick off the medevacs. This counter drop could do a lot of damage.
Yeah, and HuK has it completely unscouted at the moment, which is really unfortunate. And it looks like Major is going to stem in, takes out the pylon, cannon is worthless. Photon overture should just get dropped.
Which will certainly help. Yeah. Yep, looks like he's okay for the time being, and he should be able to get out of that. Force fields do not work against the medevacs, and he
What is this? 3 empty medevacs just riding around?
I maybe thought he had units in them. That was a bit of a miscontrol there by Major. Major attempted to go into the natural and got nothing done. So this drop was thwarted. I think it needed to do something. I mean, Major, surprisingly enough, has a supply lead at this point. But I don't think that's going to maintain. As soon as HuK's able to build... There you go. As soon as he's able to build the pylons, he's going to do yet more rounds of warpins. And he's going to have Blink done fairly shortly as well. Another attempted drop, and HuK is going to spot it a little too late here. I wouldn't want to engage directly with Stalkers alone. We saw what happened last time. Another photon... Actually, is that the same one? It could be the same photon overcharge. Who the hell knows at this point?
No, I don't think so. That would last. Look at the... if you look at the mothership core energy, it's pretty low.
Yeah.
I think that had to be a second one.
I always try to assume the worst when it comes to Protoss.
Sure. Or the photon overcharge lasts a ridiculous amount of time, too.
Alright, well, Major's going to break through the rocks and try and give himself an attack path into this natural here, but hello, Zealot run by with a Warp Prism, the big warp in coming in. Those are not chargelets, though, right? So they're going to get kited pretty badly. He's going to do another round of warp-ins into the back, and in the meantime, the aggression is thwarted here. This is all over the place now. There are Zealots doing significant damage to the main, and I think he really wants to stay in the main at this point and just try and do a little bit more damage.
HuK was able to pick off the Medivacs at the bottom left. He does lose his Stalker Spore, but this Archon's going to come in and I think the Archon can clean up. Oh no, he targets the only full life Marauder. Good
control by Major actually to pull that back. It will survive. Its shields just go down on 9 HP.
Yeah.
Really nice move. It was great micro by Major, realizing, of course, the splash goes in a line, so you don't want to line yourself up for that, and it has a kind of splash around the line.
43 Harvesters killed for HuK. Jeez, that harassed it a lot. Another 22 workers dead. I think it was 25 before he came in, so nice Warp Prism control there on HuK.
Yeah, that if he wasn't ahead before, he definitely is now. He's defended really, really well. Somehow the drops of Major have done nothing, which frankly they had no right to do nothing, but they did. And now Blink is done. Tech is on the way. He's got another Warp Prism coming in. He's going to have Storm as well. So now Major's chances seem to be rapidly melting here.
Yeah, the only thing that Major kind of has going for him is that HuK hasn't tried to take a third yet. Although, to be honest, I think 2-base Protoss will beat 2-base turn, especially when he's up on supply and he's got all this tech on field. I mean, if they both just continue to hammer out 2-base, I mean, it seems like it's favoring HuK. I don't know why that would change.
I don't see it changing. I mean,
sounds like a really good drop or something.
Yeah, I mean, what does Major do tech-wise to kind of come back into this? If we look at upgrades, it's pretty even. But if we look at stuff that isn't just +1/+1, if we look at things like Charge and Storm, we're looking at something which doesn't have an answer here from Major. He doesn't have Ghosts. So it's very risky. A nice little drop to try and pick off the Warp Prism, but that Warp Prism is getting out of there regardless. So he does know that Warp Prism is coming in, but by the same token, Major's attack has also been seen. The third base is... Oh, that did not get cancelled, I don't think. So that's lost revenue.
Oh, this Warp Prism is going to feed back or Storm? Nice.
Oh, so good. That was a cleanup and a half. Just a brilliant Storm drop behind there, cleaning up the rest of that army. HuK's still looking in a good spot. Definitely possible to throw it from this position, no doubt. But he's looking good right now, and it looks like he's going to catch even more units on the way out. That's going to kill a couple of Marauders. So crucial.
Big army here from Major. These are the reinforcements. Couple Zealots get picked off.
Brings in the mines. Currently the Observer's not with the army, so these mines could be a little dangerous. He wants to watch out for that. Looking for a Storm drop on the mineral line. And Major is not prepared for this. This is going to hurt. Oh, it's... Yeah, that's not too bad. Not as great.
Why did he make an Archon?
I have no idea.
Instead of...
You could pick him up. You can do that. That's what transport units do. Huh. Interesting.
Okay.
I don't know, maybe he assumed the Warp Prism was going to die, but it didn't, and the Archon was definitely going to die, so that was a bit weird. Oh well. Hey, he's still fine. Don't get me wrong. I
like this there's one Marine hidden behind HuK's third.
Yeah, doing a little bit of damage.
Like the rock.
Major has a big army, but he can't bring it to bear. That's the concern. He's going for this triple drop into the base. But he doesn't proper answer to Archons and to Storm as well. Little bunch of units kicked off there. Uses the Zealot, knowing that it's going to die anyway, so it might as well absorb Winter Mine shot. Another Storm going down. Not a well-aimed one. He thought he knew where his opponent's Winter Mines were. That's not true. Here's the third base, drop into the main base, sorry. Nice feedback. Picks off one of those.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm getting more and more worried for Major as the minutes kind of tick by. No third in sight.
HuK's still not upgrading, which is a bit weird. Like, Major's trying to get back into the game with an upgrade advantage, and he's going to have +2 quite shortly. I still don't necessarily think it matters when you don't have a proper answer to Storm and Archons, but it helps. It's not the worst thing ever. Little hit squad there, and a quick Archon morph to prevent that from happening. Baited in a little bit too far. The photon overcharge has been triggered. It's a good number of cannons there as well. I don't see Major breaking that third base, really.
Whoa! That high Templar almost got sniped by the mine, I thought. But...
Yep, a nice Storm, though. Does a little bit of damage. Takes out a medevac here. Photon overcharge continues to fire. This mine placement is nice. Most of the Zealots are in a really bad spot here, although it turns out Major wanted to flank, and that actually gave a really nice opportunity there for HuK to use those Zealots and not run them into the minefield. The Archon somehow survives with 5 hit points. Another nice little cleanup. HuK's getting the small advantages in this fight, and because of his economy and the fact that there's an Archon now and a Zealot warping in the natural of Major, Major's all or nothing now. He's got to fight now. He will never be able to build his army big enough again. And I don't think he can do it. He doesn't have the units.
Down to 21 workers. HuK has killed 67 supplying workers this game. Cheap. He's also, his army here is just, it's so scary. He's got the Photon Overcharge, he's got plenty of Storm, he's got Archons and Zealots, like, I don't understand.
That was a good Storm. He got most of the mines as well. Now he just goes for it, and it's the right thing to do. You know, I think he crushes the army now. There's nothing that Major can really do from this point. He has 12 medevacs. I mean, he has barely enough Marines to, you know, to even justify that. And the medevacs are going to die now. They're all getting killed by the Archons. Major's trying to kite back as best he can, but the firepower's too much. GG, and HuK will advance to play Kane. So we still have a Protoss alive in this tournament.
Sick game. It's really good. HuK played really well that entire series. The decision making was like spot on this game. The only questionable thing was like overextending his kind of quote unquote his all in. But I mean, like, the decision to go for that heavy aggressive play, and then the transition out of that into the tech heavy play, into taking the third, into the harassing Major space, like, HuK played really well in every single game this series. Like, this is a really good series. This is a really good series for HuK.
Yeah, he did. I think he's proven quite safely that he can play macro games against Terran very, very well, and he had some really good fights. Love the, you know, just a bit of I wouldn't even say stereotypical, sort of characteristic HuK flair at the end with the Storm into Archon drops followed up by Zealot warpins. That was a nice move, and it was the right thing to do as well. He knew that Major's economy was very fragile, and if he could shatter it, then all he needed to do was sit on his third base, not die, and then just roll over his opponent. But even then, he was taking great fights around the third. He was taking small advantages where he could. He wasn't giving in to the temptation just to barrel in there with a big ball of Protoss. He knew there were mines there. He knew that that was the way he could lose. So he played it very cautiously, and it paid off.
Yeah, I mean, I expected, the way that I expected this to go today was Major would come in and, like, HuK would maybe win one cheesy game, and then Major would like 3-0 him after that. So it would be like a 3-1 series, like with HuK maybe taking a cheesy game off, and then HuK would say, you know, like, oh, like, I'm really stonewalled against you know, Terran. I just can't be a Terran now. But I mean, like, coming in with the mental block against a player as strong as Major, and then playing as solidly as he did in every game, that was really, really nice. So it'll be interesting to see him play against Kane next.
That should be a good series. They've played a bit before, haven't they?
Yeah, I think so.
Last time they played, it was Toronto qualifiers for IEM. They last ran into each other 2-1 in favor of Kane. He also, he beat him twice in that qualifier. I guess that was the second qualifier. He beat him again at MLG Game On. The last time that HuK beat him in a competitive tournament was last year, and that was the qualifier for Home Story Cup 8. So, yeah, wow. They have faced off against each other a few times, and Kane has come out on top almost every time. But they were all best of 3s, not best of 7s, which I believe you're doing for the round of 4, right?
Yeah, the semifinals will be all best of 7s.
Sweet.
Today was all best of 5s, and the final will be best of 9s. So should be interesting to see.
Yep, so very rare that we get to see that. That's a treat.
Yeah, thanks a lot for, I'm lucky today that I was casting a Total Biscuit and you were able to rehost the stream and everything. If this would have been set up with, like, any of the other co-casters, it probably would have been a disaster. We either would have postponed it or just played the games off stream. So thanks a lot, everybody. Say thank you to Total Biscuit. Make sure you write him happy notes, leave comments on his, message him on his inbox on Twitch. I'm sure he loves reading all of those, right?
Thankfully, I have that disabled. Frankly, I'm going to keep it that way. Oh, yeah, man, absolutely.
I didn't know that. But yeah, send tweets at Total Biscuit. Follow him if you don't already follow him. Yeah, thanks a lot for joining today and for hosting the stream, since obviously my internet decided that it didn't like Twitch.
Didn't want to do it today, yeah, for some reason. Yeah. Such is the way of American ISPs. But yeah, big shout out to everybody for sticking through the technical issues. Very big apologies for that happening, but hopefully you enjoyed the games nonetheless. And of course, big thanks to our players today, and a big thanks to our sponsors, who are
woodwatches.com, Let's Kung Fu, the Starcraft 2 guy, Fear Dragon, who does the Breaking Invitational, and the Video Game Voters Network. You can check those all out at i.destiny.gg. Just scroll down to the sponsors section.
Fantastic. All right, that wraps us up then. So tomorrow will be the round of 4 and the finals, I believe. Yep, and that's going to be kicking off at...
Same time, well, hopefully earlier than we started it today.
18 hours from now, I believe, yeah?
Yeah, it should be 10 a.m. EDT, and I'll be casting that with Minigun, which should be interesting.
Cool. Well, thankfully there's still a Protoss in the game, then.
Yeah. All right, well, thanks a lot.
Regardless. Yeah, absolutely. It was an absolute pleasure. So big thanks to everyone for watching today. Big thanks to the players and, of course, the sponsors for this great event. And make sure to tune in tomorrow for the semi-finals and the finals. As usual, i.destiny.gg for all the information, or check out the Team Liquid calendar to find out exactly when that's going to be on. Are you doing a viewer handoff today?
Nope, our final one is going to be tomorrow.
All right, cool. Thank you very much for watching, folks. This has been the Destiny 1 Round of 8. Round of 4 and the finals begin tomorrow. Make sure you don't miss it. My name's been Total Biscuit, joined by Destiny, and we'll see you next time.